let's play Jhin, you know, on turn 4. All right, so that worked out pretty well. What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have fun playing some Jhin Cataxia. So this deck is basically built completely around the idea of this card needs to be played. I haven't seen anyone else do it. I want to do it. We're doing it. And so Jhin Cataxia is a sweet up card, but it's 7 mana, and in the format right now, that's a pretty difficult thing to do. But it is so powerful that I think it's possible. We're going to try it out here today. So 7 mana, 5/5. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. The ability triggers only once each turn. And then, whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This ability triggers only once each turn. So the first time they cast a removal spell on Jhin Cataxia, it's countered. They have to cast another one. It's just really good. It's just really good. So I'm a big fan of this card. I think that if you do hit it, get it on the battlefield, it will likely stay around. I mean, anytime they cast a board wipe, it won't die. Any cast they cast a removal spell, they'll have to have 2 of them in hand on the same turn to make it work. And we have enough other counter spells in the deck to kind of make that happen. Okay, so that's the game plan. But it's 7 mana. We have to not die by that time. And so that's what the rest of the deck is trying to do. We have Moonsnare Prototype and Magda because that's a really great way to be ramping up in the early game. We also have just a bunch of treasures in general to make sure Moonsnare Prototype still works, but is also another piece of removal for us. I really like this card, especially when you are ramping up and you're trying to get up to the more expensive things. We do just have Goldspan Dragon because we're making treasures with Prismari Command, Galazeth Prismari, Magda, all of the dudes, so that when we can have extra mana to be able to cast out a Jhin Cataxia, maybe swing in and still have extra mana because Goldspan Dragon is just busted, you know? And that's kind of the game plan here. We do have Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh as well to make sure we're getting, turning our treasures into big dudes to swing in. We also have Mnemonic Sphere to be able to cast and do this stuff. This would be a sweet one to be able to double up, by the way. Mnemonic Sphere to be able to just cast it and get 2 of them. Be able to spend 4 mana, draw 4 cards. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, so overall, this deck is just pretty sweet. I think that it does have a lot of good early game stuff. We ramp up, we have removal, we can deal with all the early game things, ramp up, get up to a Jhin Cataxia, hopefully early on. And then we just have other things to close out the game. But Jhin Cataxia should just have a good enough hard lock on the opponent that anything they cast, they're going to have cast 2 of them or find a way to remove this really quickly, which will use their resources, which we should be able to just win over the top as they're doing that anyway. So that is the game plan. Let's go and dive into gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Holy. And man, want just the untapped, 2 untapped lands for Prototype and Magda. It's just so close. We go Magda first, I guess, and then the Moonsnare after. Hopefully it doesn't die to a flippin' Shambling Gas, which is definitely gonna kill it, right? If I find the land, I can go Magda and Prototype or whatever. That could be it. Let's go Prototype first. We need to hit lands, so the card draw's good. Magda would be great, but if they remove it, then suddenly we're just in a really, really bad spot. Being able to draw 2 cards on the next turn, we're gonna be in much better shape, most likely. Down to 19. We'll at least be closer to lands if we still don't hit them. And we could potentially just play out Moonsnare Prototype, play out Magda, and then draw. Yeah. We also have Prismari Command to kill this Shade. A Prototype is a free card, so we definitely play that one. Do I want to play the Prismari Command? That's the biggest question. To kill this. They can come back. You cast it, right? Or if you hit a land, hit the battlefield. They have plenty of cards, doesn't really matter there. This is definitely going to be the artifact deck again as well. So actually, let's go ahead and pass the turn. This is they're going to be playing Soul Ripper. They're going to be playing artifacts, things of that nature. So 2 damage to the thing. Get a treasure. Down to 18. Okay, keeping them slow. That's good. Like I said in the last one, like we just have to make sure that we are keeping our life total high enough. First part. Pay 3 life. Something I think I'm okay with doing. Let's see, how close am I to Magma Opus? So, Magda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And tap down the sphere as well. So hitting a land here is really good. I can also maybe just draw the cards if I need to. That does use up what we're going to be using right now, but pass turn. Do I want to block Sedgemoor if they give me a chance? I'd definitely be willing to pay the 3, but I'm not sure if I want to be taking 6 altogether. Let's see here. So do I block with Magda? How well does that actually set us up? We get to an Opus eventually. Menace, right. Sorry about that. No blocks. Take it. On a 14. Read all of the words. Skyclave can come back. Not a bad play for them. Skyclave Shade. Cast. I am agog, I am aghast. Is Marius in love at last? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have Magma Opus online next turn. Especially now. Okay. That's instant speed we can go for. So let's pass the turn. Alright, so they attack in with everything. We block Skyclave Shade. And we add mana. We're going to kill all of the things and then tap down 2 lands so that they, even if they get the treasures, they're not getting extra ramp this turn necessarily. Alright, so targets. What are we killing? We are killing... I have to pay 3. That's fine, though. Submit 3. Tap, tap. Get a dude. Okay. And killing. So their entire board gone. We get to draw 2 cards. We get a 4/4 afterwards. They're tapped out. They get 2 more treasures, potentially, because Magda's going to be gone. Doesn't matter as much. They can start going for Deadly Disputes, everything like that if they want to. But for the most part, life is good. Take action. Otherwise, the whole thing would be countered. That would be bad. So they can save the Shade now if they want to with this. Do I actually want a Fading Hope now? That's an interesting option. Let's see if they... So they didn't kill Magda. That's what I was interested to see. I have another Magda. Use draw one. Good, 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 good. Yeah, they get to get Shade back. They can put counters onto it if they want to. Fading Hope is perfect for that. Can't block. Eye Twitch. Okay. It's my turn. Land. So I want to draw cards with the Sphere first. Let's go Magda. I think I'm going to do that no matter what. Let's draw the cards here. I still have mana for Prismaric Command and everything else. So I could have probably gone for Jin Cataxias. Having Saw It Coming is pretty nice as well. Do I attack in is the biggest question. It forces me to hold up probably the Fading Hope. But it would be nice to get in for some damage. I can block Hive the Sky Tyrant. I can still bounce that as well here. Let's attack in. I'm fine trading off, I think, Magda, now. Last turn, if need be. It definitely gets us to Jin and lives us up some extra mana for the next turn. Swings in with everything. Didn't go with the Hive, which is nice. Do I want to block with the Magda? Let's block here. I don't really want them to give them the Eye Twitch card here. That's a way to maybe get rid of other stuff. I have enough mana. I can also just let this die, right? I have 5, 6, 7 hold up of mana for Fading Hope. I can bounce 2 things. Just let it die. Got another land, gets it back. That's fine. Now I could Fading Hope, bounce it back if I want to here. Or saw it coming. That, we don't want them to draw cards. No cards for you. That does keep us off of... Okay, we can still play this out. Especially because I can tap down the creature if I need to, right? Yeah, so tap down a creature, tap down there. We get a 5/5. That's the turn. They have Hive of the Eye Tyrant here. They can go in pretty aggressive. That is the biggest issue. Having the Magda would have been nice. We're good. Being able to double these up is going to be really sweet. I think I need just a few more things that just draws cards. Being able to draw cards and discard cards is okay, but I keep finding myself at like two, like not enough cards in hand to where I'm really filtering through and getting good stuff out of it. So we're taking the 3 there. Let's exile something from Graveyard. We're taking 4. I'm definitely blocking Shade. I hope they shouldn't have anything that can kill it here, right? Down to 6. Yeah, I think, yeah, they're just casting it over and over again. All right, so next turn we get to start bouncing things. Fading Hope can bounce Hive. Prismari Command can kill stuff as well. There's a Sorin. Sorin's a bit annoying.
For the sake of all Innistrad,
Okay.
my will you can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Give you back the Eye Twitch as well. That's a decent amount of card draw. I think I do actually want that on top. Be able to double that up too. Whew, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, now we have Prismatic Command. We can make extra treasures if we need to as well. I already cast one thing, so I only get that trigger one time. They still have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. We don't really care at the moment because we have answers for it. And deal 2 points of damage there. Life is good. All right, so that's the turn. We got get the double Prismatic Command, get the extra treasures, get to go for the Seagate Restoration on the next turn. Life is phenomenal. Okay, Prismatic Command deals 2 damage, creates a treasure. You there get to make new targets with it. I think it makes the copy of just being able to use those options as well. Yeah, so we only get the options that we chose. We don't have to re-choose the modes on it. So target you, create a treasure token. All right. And like, that is game. We have the damage with Prismatic Command as well, but we're just gonna go for Secret Restoration just to have some fun here for a little bit, you know. Got an almost blocker. I guess we don't technically have it. They have a blocker. We could bounce with it and then do stuff, whatever. We're going for this Seagate Restoration. Get all of the manas. Yeah, so draw. Maximum hand size forevermore. Thank you. All right, so now we have, yeah, we're in great shape now. All right, so we throw this out on blue. Now we have Fading Hope to kill both of their guys or bounce them. Swing in. Out of 2. How many cards do we have left in the deck? Yeah, we're in good shape. Alrighty. We also have a double Abrade if we need that as well. Double Fading Hope, get some extra scries. That does let them have it back though. Let's just go ahead and kill him. So double Abrade. Auto pay. Copy. Target you. They get to learn, which can find something, maybe. I really doubt it. We also just have double Prismari command. So like game's over. Game over, man. Game over. Dude, this is I like dude, Jin Gitaxias, once it's out there, it's good. And it just fits so well with this deck already. Like it already does all the things. They have found a land every single turn, which is probably bad. Yeah, this does counter that ability, so you can try to kill it, but it will get countered. It's so brutal, man. So brutal. Dude, I don't have my emotes. I don't know what happened to all my emotes. They were taken away from me. Good game. That was awesome. Alrighty. Dude, I like this deck. I think it's a very swell deck. Alright, we are up against Kevin. We're up against Kevin. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good hand. We'll keep this one. Spell Pierce on turn 1 is pretty nice. Do I want to get this out early? I have Strategical Smashing for the Magda. There are some enchantments, but it's non-creature. If they're actually going to be playing any creatures, non-creatures at all. Let's go ahead and get this out first. Pass the turn. We are going to need our blue sources for this Tezzeret. So we'll see how this ends up turning out. Surtland, Frostpire, just another way for us to board wipe at some point. It's more late game, but sometimes that's a nice thing to have. Dancing Sword. Interesting. All right, so... Jeskai, artifacts and such. Intriguing. Play this out, play out a Magda, pass the turn, start the ramping. We can, next turn, maybe play out Tezzeret. Draw cards, discard stuff. We do have to find Jin first. We do have to ramp up to Jin as well. Magda's gonna die. That's fine. Playing with fire. Man, why do I always play with fire? All right, that's nice. So let's go ahead and play... do I want this at all? I don't think so. Yeah, I'd rather not hurt myself right now. All right, play this out. We'll play... let's play Moonsnare Prototype first, actually. Then play Magda. Now we can tap this down whenever we need to. We won't have removal that actually stops us from doing that. Play Spell Pierce if I need to. Progressive Iteration. All right, so this is the 3-color target all of the different things. Dancing Sword is just the one that was really confusing to me. But I feel like this has got to be the, the more things you target, the less the spell costs, right? Just anything Jeskai that's playing Expressive Iteration, removal. Dancing Sword just doesn't make sense. Okay, whenever it dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact with flying and ward of 1. Okay. Very confused. All sorts of confused. Pass them my turn. I could have Spell Pierce there. I don't think it let me have a chance. That I wasn't holding up automatically. All right, so how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have Jin online. Well, how about that? Let's now which one do I want to cast again? I think a Seagate Restoration would be a better one to cast multiple times, right? But of course I need blue mana for that. So let's we have more of these. A3. Tap you. Create a treasure. Let's play Jin. You know. On turn 4. Alright, so that worked out pretty well. I think we could have done that even faster. If we got the Moonsnare Prototype first and Magda had been wrapping it up, is there a way we could have got it by turn 3? So Snare on turn 1, Magda turn 2, make a treasure. So we have 1, and then turn 3 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you get... No, it's 6. 6 mana. 6 mana by turn 3 with this combo. Still pretty good. Here's a Galazeth. Alright, so artifacts, enchantments, so they can equip onto the Dancing Sword. Sword. Moonsnare Prototype, which I can just bounce this, right? Unfortunately, it isn't casting when I do this. But I think we get to still hold on to the treasure. So let's just do this. So channel here, bounce you back. We still get mana for Spell Pierce if we need it. Anything they cast will be countered because it's an instant. And Jin just says, Anna. Anna. It doesn't matter. Dude, this is pretty insane. That's a hard lock really fast. We did what we needed to. Yeah, Moonstone Prototype, Magda, get out of Jin. Life is fantastic. Like, from here on out, all we have to do is just draw good cards and, you know, not let them get way out of hand. We have to worry about lands, maybe, all the things that we can't really deal with. But swing in here. So we get double Spell Pierce on anything, so that's 4 that it'll cost for anything. Do I want to hold on to Shadow Smashing or just get out of land? That's the real question. I think we just need lands. Getting card draw with Tezzeret, I have to discard stuff as well. We do have quite a bit of ramp and whatever. Let's just pass the turn. I think we're fine. We do need to find some way to be drawing cards. Right, anything they cast. With this deck, I mean, I'm guessing Galazeth was probably the only thing they could cast that wasn't just going to die immediately. All right, so they got an Inferno. That's annoying. We do get to double up our targeting with Shadow Scroll Smashing now. That's the other side of this. We get 2 of them. We get to hurt him bad. All right, are you attacking in or not? So yeah, we need this to be on X3, which is very easy for us to do because we still have Magda. So X3, and we get to do it twice to this Inferno of the Star Mounts. Fading Hope would be another good one to maybe have him on the next turn. Down to 11. Our life total is going a little bit low. Don't enjoy that. All these lands I don't really want to use. Okay, we do have legendary creatures. This only costs 2, huh? That's pretty awesome. I can do that on the next turn. So let's activate you, and then I can still hold up Spell Pierce with it. Yeah, right. I can Auto Aura and Spell Pierce. Oh boy. Does that mean I'm not wanting to draw right now?
Many consider my tactics cruel, but I get results.
Let's see here. Do I want to activate anything? I'm wanting to use the mana that I have, unless I want to bolt myself. That's the question right now. So I think we're just drawing cards, and we're gonna have to discard something. All right, discard an artifact. Yep. We get to attack in with Jin. I haven't actually cast anything to copy yet. And I find it kind of feels weird that I haven't done that yet. But we have Otawara, we have Spell Pierce to protect ourselves. Life is good. Pass the turn. On red, there's no, okay, so it's Jeskai Dragons. Got it. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. Still, the Dancing Sword is a little bit funky. I am playing in free play right now, just because I wanted to. You know. All right, so equips there. That's fine. Whenever it dies, so leaving the battlefield won't change anything there. Try to see if they're gonna go for like this Den of the Bugbear or something. So they buff up. I'm wanting them to spend as much mana as they can here first. So yeah, it goes to 10. Goes to 11. All right, so now they can't cast Nadar. Go to combat. This is already on declare attacker's phase, right? So let them actually declare the attacker first. All right, so yeah, remove you. Only costs 2 because of my awesome legends that I've got. Dude, it's so good. 2 mana, bounce. We had Spell Pierce held up and the free counter spell before that, so you have to have like double. I don't even know what they would be able to do. Yeah, opponent just keeps it up. Dude, that is a hard lock on turn 4. That is pretty ridiculous. Wow. Up against Ghostman, Moonsnare Prototype with no way to actually ramp. Fading Hope is the only other good thing here. We need more lands, so we're going to mulligan. Having the Jin is nice, but this is better. Keep this. All right, I can have an opt with this sphere, which is pretty nice. Do I want to be holding on to Goldsmith Dragon? Am I going to be using this as a treasure? That's kind of the question. Otherwise, I think I'd keep the Prismari commands and drop the Goldspan Dragon. Let's drop this. We're gonna... You know what? Yeah, we drop Goldspan Dragon. We can find more of those. All right, play this out in blue. I'm probably going to be using this as an opt. 1 mana redraw. Not quite an opt. He doesn't get the scry. Shambling. Being able to just draw 2 cards as well isn't terrible if they're not going to have a great early game. So, I mean, I'm being on the play. Nox Sphere is not that bad to be playing a little bit later. So, all of my plans I said I was going to have changed. Not doing that anymore. All right, play that out, pass the turn. I'd much rather draw 2 cards. Especially if I'm not doing anything the first couple turns here. I don't have anything I'm really needing to kill. Should be fine. Let's see what we're up against. They bolt themselves down to 17. We're down to 19. Farmhand grabs a land. Okay, we do find land, which is pretty grand. So now we just pass turn. Hold up the Prismari command. I think I'd rather just draw cards with the sphere. I don't really want to be drawing and discarding. I have some good stuff in hand. So making a treasure is pretty good though. I'm going to take the 2. I'm fine taking a little bit of damage here. I feel like they're going to have a deadly dispute or something, and so I'd rather use Prismari command on the end step, and I'm fine paying 2 life or 1 life for that to happen. All right, so Prismari command, we're going to deal 2 damage. And great treasure. So 2 damage to this one, right? Yeah, it has lifelink. Making sure I'm doing everything right. Oh, the other side has lifelink. Dude, I don't know why with Prismari command, I always have to reread it and like figure out, okay, which one's going first? What's happening? When like Strixhaven first came out, I got it, you know, but now, no. I figure things out all over again. All right, trying to get up to this Magma Opus a little bit quicker. That's nice. That lets us cast... Let's see, what does that actually let us do? I am going to get this out. We get some ramp. Having the sphere out actually helps us a little bit now. We can also just tap the treasure if we need to without using it. I'd like to get to a Magma Opus if possible. The question here... I haven't played a land yet, right? Not this turn. All right, so we're going to tap you. And then draw. We want to hit a land. Perfect. Still have Prismari command if we need it. I don't think we're going to. We pass the turn. And then we have... Unfortunately, we have to tap down the treasure. So if we find the land, then we have 6 mana for this carry. Carry, baby. Hot chocolate, guys. That is the jam today. Dude, we have like a winter storm warning going on right now. It's getting pretty chilly outside. It's time for hot chocolate. Some hot cocoa. Resolve. These are the decks that actually are a little bit harder. Jin-Gitaxias, they have a bunch of enchantment decks. They have a bunch of all the things that we actually aren't really stopping with our deck. And Kill Professor Symbology using up our treasure. Is that actually useful? I think having the chance for carry is just way better. So it requires us to have a land here. Alright, that does it. Auto pay, not using the treasure. Good. Go carry. Pass the turn. Alright. Return any number of target non-land permits to their with total amount of value 6 less to their owner's hands. So being able to hit tokens with that is actually really cool. There's a lot of tokens in the format. Managed Converse pays the 3. We immediately it gets exiles, we don't do anything. Well, that sucked. Well, we took up their turn by getting them to play that. And then we can also mill cards, return instants, sorceries back to hand. Got it. Alright, well. That was stupid. Do I want to draw cards now to try to hit a land? Kill something, draw cards. Killing stuff now actually is somewhat useful because we know they have deadly disputes. So I think I will just kill this Professor of Symbology real quick. Try to draw some cards, find some stuffs to do. Great treasure. Let's see here. Am I making a treasure? Drawing cards. I want card draw. Do I actually want to kill stuff or make a treasure? Getting up to a Magma Opus is pretty sweet. So I think we do both of these. We're just gonna make treasures, draw cards. That's a tapped land right now. We can drop. Fading Hope isn't very useful at the moment. It does hit Hive of the Eye Tyrant if they go for that. Sock Coming is pretty legit. Discard 2 cards. Fading Hope I think is one of them. Probably Prismark Command. I want to try to go for the Opus because I'm greedy. I'll submit those ones. And pass the turn. This gives us Opus on the next turn. We do have to use 1 treasure if we use the Sock Coming. I could have actually foretold it there. That's fine. Down to 10. Because I could have tapped 1 treasure and still use the 1 treasure we'd have to use if I didn't foretell it anyway. But giving him more information isn't necessary at the moment. That's fine. Another Professor. Divided among any number of stuffs. Alright, so we definitely want to not let them have that. Alright, that's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see something we could actually counter right now. Good stuff. Because this Mascot Exhibition we're not going to be able to deal with very well. The Braid is okay. Do I want to just draw cards here? I have, let's see, 6, just 7. Okay, so we don't have it yet. Don't have any creature lands. I do have this Surtland Frostpire. I can only activate as a sorcery. Then they go for a Mascot Exhibition. I'm further away from Magma Opus. They have 6 lands. Shambling Gas gives them the Mascot Exhibition. And then I have Magma Opus on the next turn, which still isn't that bad, thinking. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, I don't actually have it on the next turn because I don't have the stuffs. But we do get to Scry. We get a land, we get Goldspan Dragon. Which one do I want first, actually? Goldspan, right? Oh, I just want the mana. But I do want the land eventually. Alright, that's not too bad. Back to my hot cocoa. Oh, goodness, that's yummy. Yeah, taking damage here. We have the Abrade for later. Down to 7. They don't go for the Mascot Exhibition. I guess they didn't have the 7th land, but they had the treasure. A little bit surprised. Not very. I can attack, right? Should be able to. Fine. Hopefully. Pass the turn. Swings in with Shambles. You take that. Down to 6. I'd rather kill something here with a Braid. Or save it for the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I'll get another treasure. We still get Opus, which is nice. They hit the 7th land, right? So yeah. We still hold on to a Braid. It's a treasure. We do get a land. Alright, so how much mana do we have now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough to hold up a Braid as well. Still had enough for Exhibition. I didn't expect that. Why? They have 9 mana without having to use a treasure? Oh, okay. So a Braid. Do I have to bolt myself if I use the Braid now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I do. But I think it's worth it to make sure I kill something now. Yeah, so I'll have to bolt myself with this, that, yeah. Okay. Hey. Bolting ourselves is really painful. That gives us 8 mana. That's the turn. Okay. So we get to do 4 damage So damage that we're dealing here, we're going to have to tap down some stuff. So I think, do I want to kill one of these guys, and I'd probably tap down Hive and here. So I think we just kill this straight up, submit 1, tap permanents, U2. Okay. That did things. We get a 4/4 to block with as well. Not killing the flyer is a little bit maybe awkward here. I was hoping we find something along the way. Otawara and Galazeth is pretty beautiful. Perhaps not enough. They might go for the right here. Okay. The menace stuff is pretty bad for us. We do have Otawara, which does let us hit a creature that's a it doesn't say non-land. And so we do get to actually use this Otawara as well. So play out Prismari. Get a treasure. Pass the turn. So yeah, I can bounce Hive of the Eye Tyrant here if I need to. They get to bring back a Professor of Symbology. Ambitious Farmhand, something or other. Yep. Go for it. Good stuff. Good for you. I hate you. Need to learn, potentially get another... Okay, Necrotic Fumes. Alright, we do have a Spell Pierce. We'll be able to pay for that, but at least, you know, they have to. The issue here, actually, is that Otawara becomes more expensive. So, going for the Spell Pierce, do they still have the mana to also activate Hive? It costs 4, so they'd have to use the treasure. So... Resolve. Are they not going for the Hive? Whoa. If they're not going for it now, do I just bounce this because then it's gone, Zode, right? I think that's the better play. Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to find answers no matter what off the top here. And so we go for this. So bounce you. They totally forgot about the Menace here. Or they just had other things to play. We didn't have Spell Pierce anymore. Not that it matters anymore, because they're, you know, have lots of mana. Another Magma Opus, and I don't think we have the mana this time. That's rough. Good game. Didn't have the mana for it. Oh man, that was the card we needed to draw. We missed lands earlier. I had to sacrifice a land early on. That was close. We never found a Djinn. If we found a Djinn, I feel like we would have been in great shape throughout that. All right, pretty beautiful hand. We'll keep this one. A little bit awkward only having 2 lands, but we have the Sphere, which I like this card quite a bit. I like playing it out on the 2, and just drawing 2 cards on turn 3 to find the land isn't the worst of plays. That lets us play Saw It Coming instead of Foretell that, huh? But hitting lands to get up to this stuff I think is most important. So we're going to play out the Sphere. We still want lands. Pass the turn. And up against Tokens deck, this isn't a terrible thing to have around, especially if we get to double it up eventually. You know, the hit 4 creatures is pretty sweet. Ripper. Oh, okay. We're up against, is it mono black or is it other stuff? Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is good. Do I bolt myself to be able to hold up the Spell Pierce? And maybe Saw It Coming. Yeah, let's do that. So we are going to bolt ourselves. This is painful. Very painful after they threw that out. But we pass the turn. I mean, this is a deck we are kind of built to do very well against. So that's a way to actually crew up the Soul Ripper. We take that away, they can't do that, right? So not an amazing thing to be countering, but it stops basically their entire turn. So we can only hit in for 1. Down to 15. All right. Slow them down a smidge. I think I want to draw now. I can draw... What would I play? Maybe a Mogd if I found it. Spell Pierce is still better to be holding up. Let's pass the turn. We'll draw when we need to do things. Spell Pierce is still good. There's lots of stuff in the format. We do have an Abrade we could find as well. Alright, so Resolve. Who's up? Axe in. Do they sacrifice? I kind of doubt that they will. Let's draw some cards real fast. Prismari Command would have been beautiful. All right, we'll do that next turn after they crew up. Like, this is the thing, is our deck is basically built to destroy this with Prismari Command. It's just a matter of finding the pieces fast enough before they deal, you know, 15 points of damage, because at that point, we're not going to be fast enough. So I think we're in okay shape now. Do I want just more blue mana? I need lots of blue mana. I have Goldspan Dragon I can swing in with. Or have be a blocker. Prismari Command and Spell Pierce still available. I think I hold off one more turn. I'm able to do 2 damage there and kill this. So, yeah, just pass the turn. Spell Pierce hits vehicles. Should be okay. Yeah, Prismari Command is like, it's so devastating against so many decks. That's part of the reason that Izzet is still around. I think it's just because of how good that is. All right. Let's let them sacrifice if they want to. Resolve there. Do you sacrifice? All right. Deal 2 damage. Destroy target artifact. All right, so 2 damage there. Artifact dead. And then hopefully they have like Deadly Dispute, and that's where we Spell Pierce. Oh, it's just 2 mana. They have the 2 mana to do it. It removes anything else they could play, but I could potentially Spell Pierce something else. Yeah, fine. They're probably gonna have more vehicles and whatnot. Okay, before the treasure comes, honor you. There we go. Perfect. Down to 9. All right. So do I go out with the carry? Or do I go for Goldspan and take a turn to hit? They have Hive of the Eye Tyrant potentially. Let's just go safe. Let's go carry here. Pass the turn. It's a good blocker. It has ward. It's hard for them to kill because of how little mana they have. If they do kill it, hopefully it doesn't get exiled, and we get to, you know, bring stuff back or whatever. Mill cards, and then return stuff back to our hand. Discard 2 cards. We're pretty far away from Opus, especially if we hit the land, so discard those 2. Keep the Goldspan, keep the damage, keep the ramp, the mana to be able to play Opuses whenever we hit them off the top. It'd be good. And it exiles the whole graveyard too. There's an Opus. Alright, so we're hitting that next turn. They still have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I'm hitting for 10. Do they have a way to kill me faster? 9 points of damage. I don't think so. It's a little bit scary, but we're going to go for it. Hitting in 410. That's a 2-turn clock. Pass the turn. We have Opus on the next turn as well to get rid of any blockers. And if they kill Goldspan, we still have the 4 damage with carry. Of course, we have to hit one more land if Goldspan dies. Actually, no. We would get targeted. Yeah. Life is good, man. All right, that's good stuff. We didn't get Jin out, but that was good stuff. All right, is Prismari Command fast enough on the draw? Probably not, but I'm going to keep this. We have Opus to ramp us up if we need to. Elude. Play this out tapped, pass the turn. Sphere is nice. Yeah, I'd much rather play that out than go for Opus here. Especially with our 4th land already hit. That just gives us a higher chance of getting more lands. Pass the turn. They could have a exile monocolor permanent. I would be fine if they use that card for that. Alright. Mardu. Mardu midrange has been something that's been showing up some good numbers. Prismari Command is pretty much the only thing that makes sense here. They could hit the Memory Deluge as well, but like this kills the Spellbinder right away. They're missing out on 6 points of damage potentially right away. But we're just going to be able to draw cards, find new things. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, we're not holding anything up. It'd be nice to act like we did, but we really got none. So crack it right away, play out a land, pass the turn. All right, so now what are we looking for? We need to find a way to deal with things. There is a new card that bounces everything except for one card, like all non-land permanents back to hand except for one card. That could be something that's worth having for us. Another sphere is not terrible. We do have bounce with Otawara if we need it. So let's go blue here. And do I want to hold that up or do I want to get this out? That's the question. I can play Magda and this, get some potential ramp. Or just draw the cards if I need to. I only want to hold this up if I'm actually going to use it. I'm taking 7. 7 is a lot. I also have Memory Deluge. And Sphere. So I guess we can hold up Deluge as well. So pass the turn. Yeah. Wedding Announcement. Okay. I can actually bounce this before they go to their end step, which could be interesting. Just to slow them down a little bit more. Let's bounce Edgar. We need to keep our life total a little bit higher. We have the lands to be able to find other stuff. We have 5 lands at least here. I mean, that keeps us off of like Jin and everything else, but we can at least Prismari Command on the next turn. Yeah, pass my turn. Getting Hope. 2 blockers. Not. I mean, yeah. Okay. That land. So now I have Prismari Command. I have Fading Hope. Do I want to go Sphere Command and then just bounce with Fading Hope, not have to deal with this? Even just killing an Edgar again would be pretty nice. That way we can draw 2 cards still and still get... We're taking the 3 from this guy over and over again, which is terrible, but I think this just sets us up to be able to find the lands that we need to be able to actually do things. Have I played a land this turn? Remember, did I play this turn? Last turn. I don't remember. Flying might have been useful there. Yeah, I think I'm just bouncing that back just to keep them going a little bit slower. It doesn't help a whole lot, but it's something we can do. Am I bouncing the token? No, I'm not. I'm bouncing Edgar. Bounce Edgar. Draw. Six mana. Getting close to Jin. The Hive of the Eye Tyrant is the thing that's actually a little bit scary here. So we have Prismari Command online, which I think is good, and Spell Pierce. So we just pass turn. We can kill the Spellbinder. This doesn't flip around just yet. They put out another Edgar. We wait just to be blue, you know? Like, yeah, I guess you can have that. It's fine. Attacks in. We deal 2 damage and we great treasure. And we have Spell Pierce in case they go for Deadly Dispute. Or land into Wedding Announcement or something like that. And Jin being 5/5 is also pretty good. They are going wide, and we have to be a little bit careful here. Hitting land, I think, gives us Opus, which isn't bad. That's not a land. Ah, that's another Magda without ever finding the other stuff. All right, go Jin. I mean, it's our blocker. It's all we've got for us right now. That turning to a 5/5 is really bad. Pass the turn. Go ahead and try to kill it. I dare ya. I dare ya. Do it. Do it. Oh man, it got countered. Ah, drats. They actually did it. Yeah, there's another paragraph there. There's the big paragraph that you think you need to read, then that's the one that actually matters for this. All right, so we're taking 5 from Edgar. If they go in with the Hive the Eye turret, that's another 4. That's lethal. So then we would have to block Edgar. So that's their best play by far. It forces us to lose the Jin Gitaxias. Let's see if they see that. Otherwise, we try to get to this other stuff. Okay, so they don't go for that, which is not great. That gives us a chance to maybe potentially get to, I don't know, something here before long. Yeah, we're still in all sorts of trouble. We need another Fading Hope that we can double up and bounce 2 things here. We can only double up stuff one time each turn. We have to sacrifice a creature. All right, take 5. Well, crap. That's stupid. Forgot about that card. All right, what can we find? Got a Fading Hope. Found another Jin. I mean, yeah, we found things, but it doesn't really matter. All right, good game. Oh man, yeah. The sacrifice a creature. I forgot about that part of it. That's good. All right, guys. So there you have it with Jin Gitaxias. We ended up with 50% win rate with this one. I think I'm not going to show one of these games. I think this mono white one because it was a fun one, but it was just one of those where it didn't play out very well. I just didn't draw any of the cards I needed, or like I had a Magma Opus in hand and I was at 7 mana the entire time, and that Opus would have won me the game immediately. And so it was just one of those like, all right, just never got to it, and that's fine. So it wasn't as fun, but yeah, the deck just played really well. I think that you're going to draw poorly sometimes, but I think that ultimately the deck draws well in general, just because it has lots of good things. I think that Magda with Moonsnare Prototype, I really like. I like the ability to just bounce with Prototype every once in a while too. It is expensive. It does make mana a little bit awkward sometimes. Maximizing how many times you just want to like actually sacrifice treasures versus just tap them down with the Prototypes or whatever else, or Galazeth, whatever. It becomes a little bit awkward. As far as like ways to fix this deck to make it a little bit better, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what I would do differently. I really like how the deck plays. Like, it's really nice. Carry did win us a game, but also was not amazing ever for us. Like, it wasn't like the most busted play, but I feel like the issue right now is that there's so many ways that people are playing so many cards to exile instead, and being able to pay the 3 to do that, like the rights of Oblivion, whatever. They're able to do that fairly well and fairly consistently, and so this is just a 6 mana that doesn't do something right away like Goldspend, doesn't get you treasures to be able to play the Opus, play the big things that really do matter. And so I'm not sure if I'd rather just have an extra copy of Jin, because every time we got to Jin, life was good. Like, typically we were winning. There was one time we lost with Jin on the battlefield, and it was just because we were already too late to get to it. But for the most part, I think that if you can like ramp up the Jin, which we can get by turn 4, yeah, I don't think there's a way to get it by turn 3, but by turn 4, getting out of Jin is just like game over. So good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye-bye.